Hi, this is Donna, psychic medium and direct messenger for spirit. If this is your first episode, welcome. I invite you to listen to previous episodes where I link my guest with their loved one in the world of spirit. What started as one thing is morphing into so much more, not just for my guest, but for all of us. Thank you for listening. Letting go of everything we brought before this moment. Can you state out loud your first name and the phrase, "It's a beautiful day"?
Lindy, it's a beautiful day.
Great. You can open your eyes now. Now state the first name of the loved one that you'd like to connect with.
John.
John was a very powerful man. I'll say not powerful in maybe in the sense of strong, but powerful meaning as soon as you said his name, he stepped right through me, literally from behind me to through me. And he wanted to be right forefront to this reading. Would that make sense to you? Yes, no, or maybe?
Yeah, he's very persistent.
Thank you. Thank you. And did he always wear a suit? Was he more in a suit than more of a jeans and a t-shirt sort of guy? Or was he more of a straight-laced, stoic sort of man?
He had to wear a suit to work, but he wore his work clothes, what he called his work clothes, flannel shirts and stuff at home.
Okay, so he's coming through as the suit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll go with that, what you said, that his work was his suit.
Right.
Feeling more to Donna like he's coming through as, I have something to say, meaning I want to be more serious. Do you understand that? Yes or no?
Yes, I do understand that.
And though I feel he's an older man, I don't feel age caused him to cross. Would that make sense to you?
No.
I'll say it one more time. Although I view him as an older man, I'm not feeling his body was old, meaning his body shut down. There might have been something else going on. Does that make sense? Something that caused him to cross as opposed to just old age and everything shuts down.
I don't know.
So what you're saying is, just so I'm clear, you don't know if there was something else inside that caused him to cross.
It's hard to say because the age element was definitely there.
Okay. So would you say that he did not really look his age then? He didn't look that elderly?
Yeah, there was a part of him that was very young and it was hard. Yeah, he was physically fit and that kind of thing. Yeah, to some degree. Yeah.
I'll go with that because of the way he steps in. Typically the first moment they step in, they show me what they looked like when they crossed. And I'm looking at him from behind. Remember, he stepped through me and he's looking at you. He's not looking at me.
Right.
That says something tremendous to me. Typically, they'll stand to my side or they'll stand in front of me, but he's like, I'm here now and I want to speak to her.
That's him. Yeah, that's him.
So I can't see his face, but yet he's standing tall and I can tell he's older.
That's his essence, though.
Got it. Thank you so much for confirming that. I'm going to go back to that powerfulness about him. I kind of like tap him on the shoulder. You see, I'm not even looking at you right now. I'm trying to just focus on him. And he turns around for a moment and said, just a moment, Donna, I got this.
Exactly.
He really wants to be the person in charge.
Yes.
I'm having a tough time getting his attention. So I think what I'm going to do is...
All right. I can also ask him to be, please.
This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to listen to him talk to you. And I'm just going to reiterate what he's saying to you. Okay? Because he wants to have the fact that I'm speaking and not Donna speaking for me. Do you understand?
Yes.
So that's what he wants to do. So I get it. I get it. I've had a few of these. I get it. I'm just going to let him speak and I'm just going to say the words out loud.
Thank you. Okay.
I'm telling him, you know, she can't hear you. She needs me for this specifically.
Yeah.
He says, oh no, she can hear me. Have you heard him before?
Not a lot. I mean, not specifically.
He's saying she can, and I think he's just being obstinate up for me right now, right?
I'm sorry.
Because he doesn't want to use me. It's like he's being obstinate. He doesn't want to use me as the medium between you and him. Do you understand?
Right. I would prefer it to come through you.
Of course, absolutely. But I'm telling you what he's doing.
That's him.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I need from you. Is that the type of person he is? Because it makes me laugh. I've had this happen a couple of times. I'm like, you need me. And what I'm doing now is like, I'm trying to go around his back and look at him. It's like, I'm still here. I'm here. Okay. So he said, my heart is so full. My heart expanded the more I grew in age. My heart and the love I had for not just you, but so many others only expanded as I grew up. Normally I'd ask right now, are you talking grew up like got older, or like from like 10 years old to 15-year-old, but I can't get his attention. So I'm just going to keep going. My heart was so full of love in those final days. I can't even express to you. And he said, express to you, dear one. That's what he's calling you. He said, I felt, I sensed. And could he not speak before he left?
He could speak.
So he's saying, even though I couldn't speak the words, I was thinking them. So to Donna, that feels like either he couldn't speak, but you confirmed he could speak. Then it means there were more things he wanted to say, but he just couldn't enunciate them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I see him speaking more to women. Was there more of a feminine presence in his life? Were women meant more to him? Maybe he spoke more. Maybe he respected more. I just feel like there's a large feminine presence in front of him.
Not as far as I know.
So would you say there are more feminine presences in the non-physical world right now that would be around him?
Yeah.
Because I see them in front of him.
Yeah.
But I can't tell because he's not turned around. I can't tell if he's talking about the physical world or the non-physical world. So I certainly feel a feminine presence, more than one, more than two, more than three in front of me right now. So that would be like in front of him, in front of you, in front of that. Got it?
Yeah.
In this line in my head.
Yes.
And I feel they're all wise women, like sages in their own right. Do you understand that? Meaning these women, these elderly women that are in front of me, this feminine presence in front of me, looking at me this way, they were wise women. They were sages in their own right. I'll say that again. They were filled, they are now filled with that. I don't know who they are, but they feel older. They all feel around his age. Do you understand?
Yeah. Yes, I do. And that aspect, definitely there was potential there for all of them. Yes.
They are now. Whether they weren't in the physical, they are filled with that now.
Right. Right. Now they're empowered on the other side.
Yes. And it's them being on the other side of him, looking straight at him, like they're giving me that oomph that I need right now, meaning we got you, Donna, right?
Yes. Yes.
Because here he is blocking.
They know him and they're supporting you to have this work.
Exactly. Thank you for confirming that. So I'm going to go back to him. I have to so I can hear him. I'm getting this in my throat. We spoke about this before the reading. I'm getting this in my throat right now. So I'm going to go with, again, the same comment. There were many things he wanted to say in the physical life that he did not.
Yes.
But he's telling you they were on the tip of my tongue, dear one. They just weren't coming out of my mouth. You understand that?
Yes.
And I feel you sensing that.
Yes.
what does he have to do with flowers? He has flowers in his sight. He's not giving them to you, but he has them in his sight, which tells me they were something to him or to you.
Definitely. He would always pick wildflowers and bring my mother wildflowers. So there was always lots of wildflowers in the home.
This is Donna. Today was the first day I cut some wildflowers out and put them in the right in front of me right now.
Wow, that is, he loves, then he's affirming connection. Yeah.
Yep, it started earlier today. This is very interesting. When I was outside, now flowers, roses have been growing. Everything's been growing this season already for me. This is the first day I actually cut something down. And when I was cutting them down, after I was carrying them to my house, I had this powerful sense. Now I'm going to use that word powerful again. You heard me say it. I had this powerful sense. Something went in me and I walked and I strutted and I was singing and I walked inside and I shut the door and I went, what was that? I felt him earlier. Do you understand?
I wouldn't be surprised. He's been excited.
I enjoyed that. And I'm thanking him for that. He's still not letting me in though. He's still not letting me see around front. He said something about his arms. First he started to say, I wanted to hug you more, but there was something about his arms. Were his arms weak?
No.
Were his arms, did he not hug as much as you would have liked him to?
Yeah, when he did hug, there was a connection, but there was an awkwardness at times.
There you go. But I'm feeling it now. I'm feeling the hug now. So I'm giving it through me, through him, to you. And I'm kind of saying, I think she feels it. I think you're good. He was here's what I saw. He was like lining things up. There has to be an order. Either he worked with his hands or that was what he felt about things. I had them all put them in a specific order. So was he that sort of man that also lined things up?
To a great degree. I think he wanted to be more organized than he was, but yes.
And since we're going a lot with what was in his head, his wants and his needs in the physical world didn't always get expressed. You agree?
Yes, I do agree.
Did he also like large animals, nature animals? We're talking moose and deer, the kind of animals that you wouldn't exactly bring in your house. He's showing me a moose. Is this your father?
Yes, my father.
So I think about my father when someone shows me a moose, then I have to go through both. Did he like moose or is this your father? So I'm gathering now this is your father.
It's my father, but that there's no relation to moose at all with him. But one of the ladies is very connected to moose.
One of the ladies in front of me?
Yeah, Svea.
Did she have a moose or did she like
She
moose?
just had moose toys and, she loved moose.
So I got that coming through from her too. That's beautiful. Got some bleed throughs. I enjoy that.
But he loved nature. You got that one.
I'll take that. He's breathing like sighing, like, there's so much I want to say. I'm hearing his words inside his head.
Yes.
So much I want to say, and I don't want her to take it the wrong way. I'm hearing his thoughts, and I don't want her to take it the wrong way. And I don't want her to be upset, and I don't want her to go off and think this wasn't what I meant to say. Is any of that making sense?
Well, actually, I felt sort of nervous, which I never have before, but I have shared things with other people about growing up. And I felt like, he was good at chastising. So it's like, I was a little bit concerned that he would say, you shouldn't have said that sort of thing.
So you hear how he's in himself, in his own head, not wanting
right
to do that. What a beautiful statement as I read his thought.
Yes.
Not actually his talking. It's very interesting for me.
More loving.
To hear him in two different versions of himself. He says, I know that love is love. And I've always known that. I never felt I needed to love more. I just wanted everyone to know that I loved. And that was my version of love. Do you understand that?
I do, but I don't get it in the physical.
You don't get it, meaning that's how he was in the physical world?
Yeah, I mean, I knew that, but he did not present himself particularly openly, overtly with the rest of the family that way.
Right. So that makes sense what he said. That was his version of love. There was no more. That was it. That was his love.
Yes.
I understand that. I understand that. Was he a political man?
He was outspoken on politics.
I'll go with that because what happened in my head was my view of someone who's very outspoken in politics. So I'll go with that just as confirmation. Thank you. Do you know if when he came home, when he couldn't wait to take off his work shoes and put on either his hiking shoes or his sneakers? That was it.
Yeah, he had his work outfit. It wasn't sneakers, but it was, basically garb that was work.
And then when he came home, he just couldn't wait to take it off. Like,
yeah. And I have the same issue. Got to get comfy.
Did he have stomach issues, Lindy?
Yes, to some degree.
So I'm feeling that now, but I'm also feeling, you know what? If I just take a full deep breath and just let that go, those stomach issues would disappear. So these stomach issues were more emotional. Do you agree with that?
I believe so.
For those of you listening and not seeing me, turning my head here because my right ear is better, even though I've got headphones in. It's not really happening here, but my right ear is better and I'm still listening to him. So I have to turn my head. That's very interesting, Donna. Did he paint something a weird color? Like everybody would have said, why did you paint that color? Maybe a house, maybe a wall.
Not that I'm aware of.
Nobody understood the color of it. Was your house growing up a different color? I'm more seeing a house with a strange color green on the outside. Did you grow up in a greenhouse?
No. All the walls on the inside were painted green.
Okay, I could go with that. Did he paint them or did he say he painted them?
Yeah. But my mother wanted them green because it was relaxing.
I'll go with that. Okay.
But it wasn't unusual. It wasn't an unusual color.
To me, it's unusual. To you, it wasn't.
Oh.
Donna was using her sight going, wow, that's a different color green in her head. Sometimes Donna gets involved. He says, this is to you now, his voice. I pray to you. I pray to you from here. I pray that you hear my prayers. I pray that you hold my prayers against your heart. I pray that my prayers reach not just your outer, but your inner. I pray for you. Deep breath in and out on that one.
I don't experience that.
You're going to take in those words again when you listen again to this and feel that. Because what I'm sensing here is he's breaking some sort of block because I'm not involved. He's breaking some sort of wall down between the two of you. And with those last words, I'll call that a beautiful prayer. With those last words of prayer, I feel it was him reaching even closer to you to feel him. Do you understand that?
Yes, because I have had an issue of feeling fairly abandoned by spirit. So, yes.
Yeah, I understand that. I don't know what the block is at this point because that's not what this is, but I'm going to say again, I do feel he's trying to reach through. You see me doing this with my hands.
Yes.
Trying to reach through something.
Yes.
I don't think it's him viewing it. I feel it's you viewing it because I didn't see it. He brought it up later. And his words in that prayer, I sensed, I'm trying to get to you. I'm trying to get to you. I'm trying to get to your inners. Do you understand? You inside you.
I may not always interpret that it's him.
Sure. I think a big part of these readings that I've been doing is understanding that the soul that I'm speaking with is the soul who was your father in the physical world. And now, although he came through physically so we could confirm it is him, he is now the soul.
Right. I know the love there. I feel the love, but I don't feel specifics like he's trying to get a message across to me.
Sometimes the message are just more profound and not so clear.
Yes.
Right, to us as humans, and I know you understand this.
Yes.
That the message are more soul expanding, heart opening.
Yeah. Holding the space for me in an energetic sort of way. Yeah.
Let it come in, let it come in. I mean, I'm not feeling anything different from him as any other soul in this beautiful little image in my head. I see it more, it makes me smile because he purposely had to do what he had to do for you to understand what's going on right now. Meaning he purposely had to come through in front of me and speak as him, not me.
Okay.
He wanted you to know that.
Right.
This is me. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. He wants me to know that he's there for me in a very close and personal way.
Yeah. And he wants in. He wants in.
Yeah.
And he prays for you. He prays for you. Remember? He prays for you.
Yes.
Now, I've never heard of a soul praying for someone in the physical world. I've heard of physical souls praying for other physical souls, or we're praying for souls in the non-physical world, helping them move along. But I've never heard it this way. So I find this very interesting. And I love, again, the feminine presence in front of me, behind you, which supports everything that's going on right now.
Yes.
And it makes this beautiful circle around me and you and them, with him and you in the middle. You see, because in my head, there's me, your dad, you, and the women.
Yes.
So we just create the circle for the two of you. I just got goosebumps. And it's like 90 degrees here. Just take a breath in and out. He's giving me some frustration with technology. If he were here today, would he be totally frustrated with technology? And I feel he's got something to do with my technology right now, because my phone's off and I just felt it and it's still hot. It's been off for half an hour and it's still hot. It's off. I'm wondering now, this is Donna just speaking, because I don't have an answer, because again, I can't see his face because I want to see his face. I'm wondering if his presence here today and maybe yesterday has caused a lot of my technology, because of that powerful presence that he is. And we got the women too. It's not just him. It's the women too, creating this circle.
Yeah.
And I feel, as a medium, I feel now supported. I feel, and I'm definitely not blocked out. I hope you understand that. I don't feel blocked out by him at all. I feel more supported, more loved, that he respects me.
He does. I feel like he's on a level playing field. He's very evolved.
Yes.
And I feel like he just sees it all on a level playing field.
Exactly. I feel very respected. I'd like to thank my guest today for allowing all of us to join in on their process, their journey. And I'd like to thank you for not only listening, but coming together in a oneness vibration. Thanks again.